Hello again YouTube, Mad Dog here, welcome back to my channel. So, bit of an outing today back up in the woods. I thought whilst I'm out here, just going to have a quick brew and a bit of a chill. It's been a much needed break. I thought I'd bring along this little fella, the Cherokee multi-tool. I thought to do a bit of an overview, and if you stay with me till the end, a bit of a surprise in store with this as well later on. Stay tuned. Quick little tip on your nail pads: if you get some 1000 grit on one side, just stick it on, wet and dry, something like that. And some coarser stuff, I think this is 800, something like that. On the other side, your kneeling mat becomes multifunctional. You can use it to repair any damage to blades, etc., and hone it with the real fine side. If you add oil or water to this wet and dry, it creates a nice grinding paste as well to really give you a nice finish should you need to. So if you guys and lasses want a quick recommendation for a cracking pair of bushcraft gloves, campfire gloves, whatever, then highly recommend these. I've had these a while. They're actually made by Shelby. I think they're fire retardant, fire resistant. They're really insulated, really comfortable, dead strong, well made, and pretty much bomb proof. You know, they're really good gloves. Good thick leather but supple, nice wrist support and cuffs to keep the cold and the wet out when the weather's inclement. It's a good pair of gloves. That's for Shelby's. Beautiful. Cheers, much needed brew. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's a drop of good. Contact coffee. So, now I've got my brew. I'm going to be having a quick look around this, the Cherokee multi-tool. I'll show you a close-up of the back just now. If you want to pause the video and have a look what's on this thing, you can go ahead and do that. I'm going to take it out of the packaging, just do a few basic tasks and see how it performs. The kicker here is, if this proves to be good, then I'm going to be giving this away. So stay with me and we'll crack it open and have a look. I don't know, sometimes these blister packs, they can be a right PIA to get into. But you need a tool to get your tool. Always carry your SAK, guys and lasses. I do anyway. So let's have this fella out. So obviously if this proves to be any good, I'm going to be giving it away. Obviously now it won't come with the original packaging, but it will be as shown on this video. So it comes with a small nylon sort of generic loop carry there, belt sheath or holder. It has these small pliers with small pair of cutting anvils there, so you can cut light wire and stuff like that. I always carry, when I'm up here, an extra set of chains for like cooking, you know, so I can add or shuffle stuff around on my tripod. And you know, I bring a selection of hooks. This one that I've got over here is obviously homemade. It's on my permanent tripod. But things like this are handy to fashion, you know, small hooks, or if you want to tweak and adjust, you can, you know, grab a hold and give them a bend and a twist. So I'm not going to abuse the hell out of this because, like I say, I'm going to be giving it away. It does actually feel really sturdy from the offset, but we'll see. So yeah, it folds up nicely. Nice little thing, palm size, fits nice in the palm. Let's have a look at the blade, if I can get it out. Okay, I'll close those back down again. So it's only a small non-locking blade, which makes it UK legal carry. Does feel sharp, which is always good out the box. Let's have a little play here. Let's just see how it feels. Yeah, that's biting in real nice. Yeah, you'd have no problem doing feather sticks with that. bit of fat wood that I had earlier to light the fire. Yep, absolutely no problem. Yep, effortless. All the basic stuff, you know, a bit of paracord, will it cut it? Yeah, no problem, nice and clean. So the actual little blade, although it's small, something's always better than nothing, and that seems to be performing quite well. Let's have a look at the other attachments. There are a couple of small flat bladed screwdrivers in there. Yeah, they look well made, they're thick, the stock material is thick. There's a small, oh, I'm making a hash of this, there's a small, I don't know whether that's the saw, yeah, it's a saw of types. It doesn't feel brilliant, that doesn't, but there's a file either side as well, so that could come in useful. And the other side, oh no, there's the saw. Okay, so the other one was obviously a fish descaler. So you've got quite, oh yeah, quite an aggressive saw there. Let's have a little play with that for a minute. I'm not expecting this to perform miracles, but like I say, if you're doing backstop notches, D notches, you're not going to be using this for cutting firewood up per se. But if you want to do a bit of trap making or implements around camp, yeah, it's actually cutting quite nice. It's getting the job done. Now I can use my blade and use that as my backstop to cut into to create a 7 notch or a D notch. So whilst it's a bit on the short side, to be honest, you know, to pinch something's always better than nothing. Fold him away. What else we got in here? They are quite fickle to get out, so whoever does win this, you will need a good set of fingernails. So we've got a small awl, and it is small, but that will be good enough for popping holes in cans, doing some small hole tasks in light duty wood, something along those lines, or leather. You've got a bottle lid opener, can opener there, a small posi drive screwdriver, which these always feel too rounded for me. They don't feel sharp enough on the actual drive bit, if that makes sense. But I'll take it if that's all I've got. And the actual frame itself, aluminium construction with stainless steel tools attached. Doesn't say what grade stainless steel, but it feels quite durable, quite solid. So yeah, it covers a little bit of everything. And for me, this sort of thing's nice, just to chuck in your glove box as a backup, you might say, or an alternative to an SAK. I would personally not choose this over an SAK, but it's nice to have the additional pliers, etc. So more of a utility tool maybe than a bushcraft tool, but it's not doing bad. And these retail over here for less than £10 in the UK. Now the stockists that used to stock these, I don't know whether they've been discontinued or what now. There's only certain places where you can get a hold of these now. So for less than a tenner, yeah, I think that's not bad value. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this up for a giveaway. If you want to win these, or have a chance of winning these, it will come in the little sheath, little pouch there. All you've got to say in the comments below is, I would like that, and I'll allocate a number like I always do. I'll let it run for a week or so, and then I'll do a drawing, and provided you're over the age of 18, I'll ship this out to you. I don't ask anything of you other than I would appreciate it if you do subscribe to my channel. I don't normally ask, but as it's a giveaway I will do. I think my analytics say something like 85% of you guys and lasses that watch aren't subscribed. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything. You can always unsubscribe if you change your mind. So that's the Cherokee multi-tool from Summit. I think they produce like the foods and everything else, a bit campy sort of outdoorsy sort of company. I'm not sure where it's made. It doesn't say made in China on it, which is for me a bonus. They're distributed from Ireland and Essex, but with that name, maybe American. I really don't know. If any of you guys and lasses know, drop me a comment in the comment section below. But that's up for grabs. Just put I would like those and I'll allocate you a number. Okay, that's it from me for this little video. I'm just going to finish by playing about with one of my air guns. Just take a couple of pot shots at this old cast pan here with a bit of a shoot and see target, using fire windbreak as a backdrop. So yeah, I'm just going to be chilling out, enjoying the sun while we've got this beautiful weather, and I'll make sure the campfire is completely thoroughly quenched and extinguished before I leave, and then I'm going to wrap up and head off back home now. So until next time, take care of each other. Thank you all very much for watching, your continued support. I'll see you all soon. Mad Dog signing off. Yeah.